Hello, welcome. Good afternoon. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria, and today we're gonna work up into mermaid pose. So we'll work our shoulders, hips, and quads. So if you have blocks handy or a blanket strap would be helpful. Not necessary if you don't have it. You can still do the practice. Okay, and hello, Alice. Yes, definitely wear mermaid pants. I would have worn them, but I don't have any. These are closest. I thought it's blue like the water. So, anyways, hi, John. Welcome back. And all right. Well, how's quarantine treating everyone? We just had our 15-year wedding anniversary, and we went out for the first time since quarantine with masks and all. We have open air restaurant seating, so we were able to get a nice dinner in. So, anyways, all right, let's get started. Please say hello in the comments. Um, Maybe even tell me where you're from if you're new. Okay, so we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Nice. Let's just connect into our breath. As you inhale, let your belly, ribs, and chest rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. So belly, ribs, and chest rising on the inhale, falling on the exhale. Nice deep full breath, noticing where you're starting from today, not only in your physical body, but mentally as well. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Nice deep full breath in and full exhale out. And we'll slowly begin to deepen our breath here. Inhale, breathe all the way up to your collarbones and hold your breath at the top. And then open the mouth and blow it out. Two more times like that. Inhale, filling up, holding it at the top. Open your mouth and let it out. Last time, inhale, filling up completely belly, ribs, chest. Holding your breath on top. Let's try to hold a little longer to reset our stress levels. So lift your chest, take the sides of your neck back. Open your mouth, blow it out. And we'll bring our hands in front of our heart and drop our gaze. And take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms, inhaling deeply.
All right. And open your eyes. And welcome, Suresh. Thanks, John and Alice, for the congrats. And welcome, Abigail. Interlace your fingers and up. And then, hi, Roseanne. Thank you. Yep. Take up fists and circles. Let's roll them up here. So again, for you that if you came late, we're working on a mermaid today. Let's come into the shoulders here. Just go ahead and stretch one arm across. Hi, Lily. Thank you. Hi, Dan. Welcome. Hi, Samuel. And we'll stretch your other arm straight across. Okay, let's go ahead and start in a child's pose. So we'll take your knees wide, big toes touching, and forehead on the floor. And let's walk your hands over to the left. We'll bring your left forearm down and the right fingertips up. And bring your head down and then isometrically drag your right fingers back towards your right hip. Let's do the other side. So the right forearm down, the left fingertips up, isometrically dragging down towards you. And then release. And we're just going to come on up to all fours. Spread your fingers wide. A little cat-cow coming into the warming up the spine. Dropping your belly, looking up. Exhale, round your back. Tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. And then let's move our fingertips to point towards your knees. Again, if this is too big a stretch, you can walk your hands closer to your knees. So find the stretch that works for you. And then claw the floor so the knuckles are sticking up. And we'll do a few more cat-cows here. And let's add lion's breath. So looking up and exhale. Draw your belly in towards your spine. Let your tongue out as far as you can and let out all your breath. Inhale. Inhale. And last one. All right, let's bring your knees together and opposite arm and leg. Let's bring your right leg and your left arm. You can stay here or you can pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7,
one. Let's do a little bit of core here for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And turn to your left. See if you can catch your foot and kick it away. Opening up your chest. Other side. So stretch your left leg out and your right arm. Some people like to do a fist here, but if you do, make sure it's straight. Like if you punch someone, it's straight and there's no bending at the wrist, or you can even do knuckles like that. If your wrist hurts the normal way. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then elbow to the knee or towards the knee for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn to your right. Grab your foot and kick it away. And release. And you're going to come on down to your belly. So you're going to take your hands next to your side here, like you're going to do cobra. And then you're going to lift your arms up. Keep your foot on the floor, your feet. See if you can take your head away from the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades up. And then set them down. And then you can rest your chin down. And we'll do it again, coming up, squeezing shoulder blades, and bringing down. And then you're going to come into a cobra. You can do a sphinx if you're not ready for a full cobra yet. Otherwise, you can do full cobra, whatever is comfortable for you. Rolling your shoulders back, lengthening the crown of your head up, taking the back of your neck back, pressing the tops of your feet on the floor, and you're going to turn into a spinal twist, look over to the left. Hi, Austin Light. And then over to the right. And then back to center. And we're going to slowly come on down, catch our breath. Okay. So there is a little core work involved for mermaid because to hold ourselves up, we have to use some core. So we're going to just go into straight planks today. Let's just do 3 sets of 30 seconds. If you can hold the whole minute and a half, that's great. But here's the first one, and you can just come into regular low planks like this. So pressing down with the elbows. Try not to have a saggy back. Try to have your neck in line with your spine. So if you need to take a break, you can come down. And we're going to go up again another 30 seconds. So you can do that low plank or you can do that 8-point plank. So you're rounding up, and this time we keep our knees down, and you can just see which one feels better for you or stronger. So pressing down with the elbows, rounding up between your shoulder blades like cat pose, isometrically dragging your knees to your toes, squeezing knees in. And you can slowly rest down. And we have one more. You can do either of those that you liked. I think I like the 8-point plank. So we're going to go one more time. Here we go. Pressing down, rolling up. Five more breaths here. All right, let's slowly bring it down. Good job. And go ahead and go side to side. Shimmy it out. And then let's bring our hands forward, kind of like the edges of your mat here. Come onto your fingertips. And we're just going to lift on up into a little cobra. Stretching out. Coming back down. Bring the hands a little closer in towards you. Come on up. And down. And then sneak it in a little closer if you can. If this is too much, you can stay on your forearms. This is our strongest cobra here. Take the back of your neck back, lengthen up, opening the front of our bodies. Slowly coming down, bringing your forearm, the right forearm, parallel to the top of your mat. You're going to turn to your left, and we got to stretch the front thighs a lot for a mermaid. So we're going to stretch, just pulling it into the outer, your heel to the outside of the hip. So if you're more flexible, you can switch the grip so the fingertips face forward and you curl the toes back. You get an extra toe front of your foot stretch. And if you're less flexible and you can't even reach your foot, you can like hold onto your pants wherever you can, pull it in, or use this hold onto your shin or get a belt or something. Okay. Other side, turning to your right, grabbing your foot, pulling it in. Maybe curling the toes back if you can. If you reverse the grip, then the elbow stays up and your fingers point down. And release. Curl your toes. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal your feet. Shake your head, yes and no. All right, right leg comes up. Let's bring it forward. Left leg steps forward. And then circle the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay, if you have a strap, you can use it. If you don't have a strap, you can imagine having a strap. It still works. Or you can use a resistance band or a belt, anything like that. So we're going to just open our pecs and our shoulders here and the shoulder with, so you're going to get the strap and you're going to pull it nice and strong. Your knees are unlocked and your body is strong as if someone's going to whack you in the stomach. So you kind of brace a little bit, right? So you do that. And we're shoulder flossing here. So we're going to inhale up. And then you're going to take it back. Up. So if you come up and you can't go back, then you just take a little more space between your hands And then you bring it up and it opens up your chest and warms up the shoulders. Bring it forward and back. You can also use a broomstick, just holding the stick part, of course, forward and back, warming up the shoulders. Okay, let's go ahead and place that aside for now. We'll pop out a couple, maybe 2 or maybe 3 of sun salutations to warm up the body, especially the front part of our legs and our shoulders. Inhale up, exhale, fold forward. You're going to take your right leg back, your left leg back. Lower to your belly, point your toes and come up for cobra. Tuck the toes, press back to downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward, left leg steps forward. Circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's take your left leg back, your right leg back. Lower to your belly or chaturanga, cobra or up dog, and downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward, right leg steps forward. Circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Right, inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, right leg back, left leg back. Chaturanga or to your belly. Cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward. Left leg steps forward. Circle the arms up. Exhale. Hands in front of the heart. Other side. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Right leg back. Chaturanga or to your belly. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward. Right leg steps forward. Circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Let's bend our knees, sink our hips for chair pose, Utkatasana. And then forward fold. Let's clasp your hands behind you. And then hands to the floor. Walk, step, or jump back. To your belly, cobra, and downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Bend it and stack it. Open up your hips. You can look under the left underarm. Lift your knee as high as you can. Point your toes. And bring your right leg forward. Come up for crescent pose. High lunge. So inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, get down deep. And then if you need to, you can interlace your fingers over the thigh. Come forward and lift the back leg up for warrior 3 leg. Or you can do any way you like. Coming forward, using furniture if you need to hold on to something, just to have that body. Hi, Teresa. All right, and then hands to the floor. Let's step it back. Lower to your belly, point your toes. Find a cobra and downward dog. Left leg lifts, bend it and stack it. Look under your right underarm. Point your toe, lift your knee as high as you can, and really feel those left hip flexors stretching. Let's bring it forward. Coming up for crescent pose, high lunge. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, sink deeper in. And then if you like, interlace right over the thigh and come forward and just lift that back leg up. If you can swim the arms out or do the full pose, Virabhadrasana 3, go for it. 3, 2, and 1. And release. Circle the arms, come on up. Inhale. And okay. So we're going to take your step the left. Actually, we're going to come like so we're parallelish for Prasarita. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Spin the inner thighs back. Oh, and Austin, thank you. For Prasarita, just spin those inner thighs back. If you need to hold a chair here or a table, that's fine. Or just come forward, enjoying that stretch. If your head touches the floor, you can touch it. So lift and lengthen. You're going to quarter turn. So we're going to come into warrior 2 with the my right leg in front. Here we go. So I'm just going to show you the mermaid arms so you're more familiar with it. So the hand in front of you, the palm is always going to be up. So imagine, so if the palm is up, your right arm is up, go ahead and clasp. So the hands are right in front of you, in front of your chest. You can clasp with the right palm away from you. Okay? And then from there, you just pop it behind your head. Here you are. This is at least your upper body, right? So you're going to press your head into that right elbow and just resist with the head. Good. Go ahead and bend a little deeper the front knee and then release. Take your left hand down and find a reverse warrior, and then bring your forearm to your thigh here for a side angle, reaching long through your side body. Taking that top hand behind you, rolling the shoulder back. And drop your hand to the floor or a block, and you can bend and straighten this leg. That feels good for you. Or you can stay here. Some of you have a full binding practice. Go for it. And release. We're going to pop back up. And we're going to turn this foot in, opposite foot out for warrior 2. Inhale, straighten, exhale. Let's sink a little deeper. And let's go in it a different way. Let's take the hand in front of you and just pat yourself on the back. And then you're going to take your other hand and see if you can just clasp hands, just naturally, whatever. Yep. There you go. So that's more of like mermaid arms. That looks like the mermaid, the top half, anyways, of the mermaid pose. Good, and release your hand. So the right hand behind you, find your reverse warrior, and then elbow to the knee, side angle. stretching the arm up and over, turning your heart as much as you can up to the sky. And if you're able to, and you want to go deeper, hand comes to the floor. You could bend and straighten a little bit. You can use a block here if you like. And then take your top hand behind you, roll your shoulder back. So that's your half bind. Or you can do a full bind here. And release. And let's quarter turn to the right. And let's just step it back. Come to your knees. Let's do a knees, chest, and chin. Or just come to your belly. Let's rock it forward. Come on up for your favorite version of Cobra. And then pop back onto all fours. And let's stretch our hip flexors and thighs. We'll take your right leg forward for low lunge. Interlace your fingers here. And we're going to bring your hips forward. So if you have blocks, you can bring them here. And then you can, if you have the blocks, you can take the blocks and slowly start to bring the blocks a little backer, so that you can lift your heart and look up. Or you can just start to look up if it's available, or if you want to clasp your hands behind you, just keep your heart lifting. And let's do the other knee. So the left knee comes forward, interlacing your fingers and bringing them forward. And again, you can stay here or you can walk your hands back on a block, or you can just take your arms overhead, maybe even clasp behind with the elbows pointing up. Careful not to overdo. And release. And come on down. Find a cobra. And downward facing dog. Let's take your right leg up and we're going to bring it forward for warrior 2. We'll straighten it out and find a triangle. And then from here, we're going to go into half moon, so walking the right hand forward. If you need a block, put a block under your hand. If you need a wall, you can lean against a wall here if you have the space. Otherwise, you can do this on your knee if you're afraid to fall. Just do this on your knee like this. Okay. So if you're able to hold steady and you want to practice catching your back foot, which will be a good prep for a mermaid, go ahead and see if you can catch the back foot. Pull it in And then if you can, grip the toes instead and kick it away. Again, you can do this on your knees if you need to. And release. And your standing splits for a moment. And we're going to just release the back knee over. Have a seat. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Lift and lengthen. Lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, and twist over to your right. Maybe elbow past the knee. And release. And then we'll just come on to downward dog. Inhale through the nose, out the mouth. As we try your other side, so your left leg comes up. We're going to bring it forward, spin the back heel down for warrior 1, 2, warrior 2. And we'll just straighten it right away. Hinge forward, grab anywhere along your shin for triangle pose. Stack your shoulders. So if you need a block, you can grab it. Or if you need a wall, you can go lean against the wall. And you can walk your foot, your hand forward and extend for half moon pose. If you feel comfortable, grab your foot, roll it back, open up your chest and your shoulder. Maybe kick it away. So again, if you're afraid to fall over, you can just do this on your knee like this. This is your half moon on your knee, and this is your Shavasana. Okay, so let's windmill the hands down for a quick standing split. And then we're going to bring your knee behind you over to your left. Have a seat. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Lift and lengthen your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale. Twist like this. Hugging the knee in or elbow over. Okay. And so, because Mermaid requires that big stretch in the back there, I'm going to do a really intense stretch against the wall. So if it's hard for you to get to a wall or you don't want to do that intense of a stretch, then you can just stay on your mat and you can do this stretch again. The low lunge, that's always good here. Opening the thigh, the hip flexors. You can stay here doing this one. Otherwise, come with me to the wall for a very, very strong but very, very good quad stretch and hip flexor stretch. So since my wall is kind of far for you to see, I'm going to use the couch here as my wall. That's high enough for me. If you need blocks, you can bring them. I don't need them, but I'll show you them so you know what it looks like. So big quad stretch and hip flexors. This will help you a lot with your mermaid. So you're just going to stay on all fours until the backs of your feet hit the wall. You want to pad up your knees here. It's not fun, yeah. You got to protect your knees. So the backs of your feet are against the wall. Then you're going to take your left toes and curl them up the wall. The left toes are curled under the, and then I'm going to wiggle my left knee up against the wall. So my left knee is against the wall. My left toes are curled under. And then if I'm able to, I'm going to take my right foot forward. So this is a big, big stretch. So how do you know it's too much for you? In this position, if you're having trouble breathing, then you know it's too much of a stretch. If it's too much, you're going to move that back knee away from the wall, like 6 inches, okay? So I can do it at the wall, pretty much. So I'm going to come on up. Maybe double pat it. Come on up. And it's a huge stretch. Interlace your fingers. It'll be worth it if you can stay here with me. So hands over the front. Press back into the back knee. Notice the back toes are curled under. They're not pointing up the wall. So try to press into the back knee. Hang in for a few more breaths, guys. Lift up through the crown of your head. And release. Come on down. Starting position. You should feel instant gratification. So that left side should feel good now. And you should feel, it should feel like spaghetti. All right, the other side. So now you're going to take your right knee against the wall, curl the right toes under, and then come on up. Couch is moving away from me. Okay. So wherever you were on the front leg is a good indication of where you will be on the second side, but we all have our imbalances, so one may or may not be a lot more tight. See if you can come on up. So if you've never done this, it's worth it, right? Should feel really good. Pressing down through the back knee, lifting up through the crown of your head really helps to open up your hip flexors and quads there. Just breathe with me. 3 more breaths here. All right, and release. Okay. And now your hip flexors and quads should feel really nice and loosey goosey. All right, so now we're gonna come on down. Let's do a little bit of shoulders before we do the full pose there. So actually, how much time do we have? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna switch my mind. We're gonna stand up and we're gonna just do a chest opener before we do the mermaid. So for the chest opener, just go ahead to the wall. I'm gonna go to a real wall here. Take your right hand back and just stretch out your pecs here. So I'm just gonna take my right fingers facing behind me and my right side is against the wall. My right foot is forward. If you want to add more, you can bend the front knee and notice if you find a deeper stretch in your pecs, maybe in the underarm. You can even raise your hand a little higher to stretch in a little deeper, different angles of stretching. And we'll flip around and we'll do the other side. So the left hand goes behind you. You can bend the left knee. And you can lift the hand up a little higher. You might feel it deep in your underarm pit, and that's good. Okay. All right. I think we're ready for our mermaid flow. So let's start with the pigeon. So we'll take your right leg forward and let's come into pigeon. So the right knee is out to the side, to the outer edge. You're squaring your hips forward. And then we're just gonna fold forward as much as you're comfortable. If you want, you can do a little pulse here, forward and up, kind of like little push-ups or going side to side a little bit, like dancing pigeons, just swiveling, left forearm down, right forearm down, just moving your body over the left and right, and you'll feel stretching out. Right. And then you can just pause for a moment on your forearms. And just know that the final pose is not about what it looks like. It's about what it feels like in your body. So it's your practice. If you can't get the poster perfect Pinterest mermaid today, then don't worry about it. It's a start. So it's just your progress. Like today, maybe you can just come here and then, then keep practicing and see how you are in a month, right? It's all about progress. Even little baby steps is a lot. So coming up, see if you can come on up to your fingertips now, lengthening up through the crown of your head. And we're going to turn over to your left and see if you can bend your leg and catch your foot. If you can catch it, bring it in. If you can't catch it, you can grab your strap and you can lasso it and bring her in. This will be your mermaid today. And that's fine. You can just hold her here, hold it here for mermaid. Okay. If you're able to, with that deep quad stretch we did against the wall, if you're able to pull it in, see if you can snuggle it into your elbow crease there. So that's the key there. You're gonna clamp it down. And that's a big stretch there in that quad, but we just stretch it out good. So from this position, just like we were doing the whole time here, you're gonna do this. So take the right palm away from you. And maybe this is your mermaid today. Really engage your core, squeeze your thighs together so you don't fall over. And see if you can lift like you're putting on a sweater. Just pull it over. And there's your mermaid right there. And some of you might fall over. So then you can practice here, just holding your foot anywhere you can here. And then with your hand here, engaging your core, and see if you can lift your hand up just for an inch at a time and then lower it down. Okay, and release. And we're going to shake that out. Let's flow through one last vinyasa, coming down, finding a cobra, downward dog. Left leg comes up. Other side. Try to bring your knee out to the edge there. And square your hips forward. And again, one side may be more flexible than the other. It's very likely, right? If you like to move side to side, you can do that. Dancing pigeon, just stretching out into the sides of your waist, the outer hip, low back. Whatever's tight, you'll feel it. And then you can just settle down, forearms on the floor or on a block. So 2 studios asked me to start working live next week. And I asked a lot of my students that I still keep in contact with, and pretty much everybody said they're not ready to go back and they wouldn't if it opens, and maybe next year, and no way. So I told both of the places, and they have considered my input and a lot of the other teachers. And so one of the places is not going to open. I'm not sure about the other one yet. There's the update. This is just local. I don't know about other places. All right, coming up, we're going to turn to the right and we're going to bend and see if you can. Oh, actually, yeah, you're just going to catch your foot anywhere you can. So if you need a strap, you can. If you need a hold at your bottom of your shin, so I'll do the if modify how you want. So maybe you're here, maybe you have to catch it this way, that's fine too. And then even here, you have to really engage that core, squeeze your inner thighs together and try to lengthen up through the crown of your head. Your hips should be squared forward and then see if you can lift the arm up just a little bit, just a little bit. And then maybe a little higher, maybe a little higher. So if you're able to do the full thing, you're going to clamp the foot into your elbow crease here, and you're going to lift up, 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 or you can just take your hand behind your head and lean back into the elbow, turn the chest forward a bit, and smile, and release. All right, good job. One of my favorite poses. Oh, good. All right, I'm glad it's one of your favorites, Anne. I made the routine for you, and I didn't even know it. Okay, yeah, it's a great pose. It looks so elegant, and it's a nice heart opener, hip opener, shoulder opener. So with all those openings of the heart and back bends, let's fold forward for a moment here. So we'll take our feet about hips width distance, hands behind, lift and lengthen, and then we're just gonna fold forward. So any amount that's comfortable in your body right now. Curling chin towards your chest, scooping your belly in, and the pelvis is at anterior tilt forward, tilting the pelvis forward. Right, lift and lengthen. We'll bring our feet closer together, and then I'm just gonna turn to my left, lengthening up through the crown of my head. And I'm going to bend this leg and catch the outside edge of my foot here and see if you can straighten it. And just you feel the IT band stretch, just a simple little lift up. You can also use a strap if you need to. So you're just going to bend the right knee and turn to the right at first. And if you need a strap, it goes under the arch of your foot like this, and you'll just straighten it up. So I'll grab the outer edge of my foot and lift up through the crown of my head. And release. And let's come on down. Let's do a happy baby. So grab the inner or outer arches of your feet. And you can root the tailbone down. And you can grab your big toes. If you like, you can straighten both legs. And then let's take your the right ankle over the left knee here. And we'll take the right hand between to catch behind your hamstring or in front of your shin. A little piriformis stretch. And release. You're going to release your hands, but keep the shape in your legs and drop your foot over to your left. And then from there, catch the top of your foot. Stretch the right hand out. And then you can move your knee away from you if you like. Feel a little outside edge of your hip stretching. And release other side. So the left ankle over the right knee. And then the left hand between the legs, behind the hamstrings or in front of the shin. And breathe into your outer hip, left side, piriformis. From the middle of your glutes fanning out. Release your hands. Drop it over. And find a little twist here. So if you want to do a quick inversion, you can. Otherwise, you can do a hamstring stretch, or pretty much it's an inversion one at a time. Right? We'll do the right leg first, coming up. Just filling into those hamstrings. You might even lift your head and shoulders and walk up your leg. Maybe even bring your head to your knee and release. And then you're going to take your right leg out to the side. And we're going to bend the left knee just to have something different here. See if it stretches those adductors a little bit differently. You can hold on to the shin, the ankle, or the big toe here. And then other side, left leg straight up, straighten both legs. Engage your core, scissor the inner thighs, maybe walk up your leg. Give your knee a kiss. Feel the hamstring stretching. And then grab your big toe or a strap, take it out to the side, and you can grab the big toe here too and just bend it. So it's kind of like half happy baby on this side almost. I'm just grabbing my, okay. And slowly come on back. You're welcome to stay here in Supta Baddha Konasana. Edges of the feet down. As you inhale, exhale. And noticing the gauge on how you feel now compared to when we first started practice. And I asked you to assess how you feel in your body and your mind. Hopefully there was a positive shift for you. If you'd like to get up and close out the class with me, we can slowly roll over to one side and press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And hands circle out all the way up. Namaste your hands. Let's press your hands into your heart center as you smile and feel blessed. And smile and feel full of gratitude. And with gratitude for our practice here together in the virtual world, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Thanks, everyone. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the class and share it with people, family, friends, social media. I'm doing this for free, but it's nice if you'd like to support me and you haven't already done so, please check out how you can help at the under the video's description. And I will see you next Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Bye.